Hi friends, happy holidays. I hope you're having a really awesome holiday season. I am sharing with you today 9 Crockpot appetizers to take to all of your get-togethers. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. I love sharing with you all of my recipes, especially Crockpot recipes. So these 9 Crockpot appetizers are easy, delicious, and crowd-pleasing. So let's check them out. I'm going to be making a Chex mix in the crock pot, and this is delicious. I'm going to use 3 cups of each of the different Chex, the corn, rice, and wheat Chex. And then I'm going to do 2 cups of pretzels, and I have 1 cup of cashews. This is such a great mix. I just absolutely love it. And I'm going to make a butter sauce to cook this in. So I have butter, I have Worcestershire sauce, 1/4 cup, and I'm going to also add in some garlic powder and some salt as well to taste. So this is just such a great combo. I love anything with Worcestershire sauce. It is just one of my favorite things. So I'm going to pour this butter mixture over the Chex mixture. I'm going to pour about half, and then I'm going to give this a little toss to coat all of these ingredients with the butter. So I'm going to toss it around a little bit more, and this will be ready to go and cook in the crock pot. I'm going to do low for 3 hours, and I'm going to stir about halfway through. And now that this is done, I'm going to put it on my cookie sheet in a nice thin layer, and I'm going to let this cool for about 2 to 3 hours. Let it just cool completely on a nice thin layer. It's going to take me it'll take about 2 to 3 cookie sheets on a thin layer for this whole batch in the crock pot. And then it's a great crowd pleaser. So I'm going to be doing a queso dip, and this is just really super good. So I'm using ground turkey. You can use ground beef. I have Rotel. I'm using my favorite Southwest blend. It's got corns, beans, onions, and I have some Velveeta cheese, which just melts so great in the crock pot. So I'm just going to break it up into some smaller pieces. This is a really big brick. I'll put the recipe for these recipes in the description box, and you can check that out if you want to make one of these, and I'll have the exact ingredients for you in there. So this cheese dip, oh my gosh, it is so addicting. You can serve it with tortilla chips, or you can serve it with sourdough bread, little pieces as well, and this is just so good. It goes really fast. I'm going to do my favorite spinach dip. I love making spinach dip, and it is just always a huge hit. And it's just so easy dumping all of this into the crock pot, and then you're ready to go. So dump and go recipes are my favorite for sure. If you have been around my channel, you know I love using my crock pot. So make sure you subscribe if you like crock pot recipes. But I love doing crock pot dinners, but crock pot appetizers and snacks are just so great as well. They're just perfect for parties because you can keep everything warm in the crock pot while everyone's munching on their appetizers. And we have a lot of functions this time of year around the holidays, so lots of reasons to get together and have some yummy appetizers. So this spinach dip is just really so good, and you can make this a little healthier as well by serving it with some veggie sticks, some carrots and celery sticks, or you can serve it with, it's really great with tortilla chips, pretzel chips, sourdough bread, little chunks. So definitely really versatile for this. And I'm using Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise just to make it a little bit healthier. And you can just definitely use mayonnaise as well. But I love Greek yogurt in dips. It's just a really great substitute if you're looking for a mayonnaise substitute. So just dump all this in the crock pot, and then you just turn it on, and it is just warm and delicious and cheesy. And this one is definitely really rich as well, but I just absolutely love this one. So I have my artichoke hearts, and they're drained. I'm going to dice them up. So they're into some bite-sized pieces that just go really well onto a chip or whatever you're going to use to dip into the dip. So I have them all nice and diced up. Artichoke hearts are so great. I love them. You can also add in a can of diced jalapenos to this, or even diced green chilies is really great in this. I love adding diced green chilies But if you want to add a little extra kick to this, definitely I would recommend adding in some diced jalapenos because they just are really awesome with this dip. So like I said, rich, creamy, and oh so good, and a huge crowd pleaser. So this one definitely, you won't have anything left, and this is a really big serving, but everyone will absolutely love this. So you can stir every couple of hours. I like to cook this on, you can do low for 4 hours or high for 2 hours, depending on how much time you have. And then you just keep it on the warm setting while you are serving this to your guests. So like I mentioned, I just love keeping everything warm. Dips are so much better when they are warm, so keeping them in the crock pot during your party is just such a great way to go. I'm doing another crock pot dip. This is going to be a corn dip, and I call this crack corn dip because it is just amazing, and it gets so many rave reviews every time I take it. I've taken it to a few functions, and everyone just absolutely loves it. And I'll have the recipe for this in the description box with all of the ingredients and the amounts as well. So just dump and go, which is my favorite. So I'm going to use 2 cans of corn that is drained, and I have a can of diced green chilies. And you can do diced green chilies or you can do diced jalapenos if you want a little bit more of a kick. But I love diced green chilies because they're a little bit mild, but they've got quite a bit of flavor, so they are just really good if you are taking this to a function and you don't want to make it too spicy for everyone. So diced green chilies are definitely one of my go-tos in a lot of different things. So give it a little stir and just heat this up until the cream cheese is melted. And I like to stir all my dips about every hour if you're able to. If not, you can just dump it and go and then just stir it at the end when it is done cooking. So about 2 hours on low or 2 hours on high, 4 hours on low if you have that much time. So just really great. I'm going to do a pepperoni dip. We love anything pepperoni, so this is just delicious. And I have all my ingredients: the pepperoni, cream cheese, my seasonings, my pizza sauce, and mozzarella cheese. So I'm going to add in cream cheese. Cream cheese is just, it's so great in everything and is so good in dips. And I just love doing it with crockpot dips because it just cooks that cream cheese, makes it nice and melty, and everything nice and creamy. So I'm adding in I have my cream cheese, mozzarella cheese, and some pizza sauce. I'm going to add in some Italian seasoning as well. And you can add as much or as little of the Italian seasoning as you'd like. You can also add a little bit of salt and pepper if you'd like as well. But I don't do a lot of salt and pepper because my family doesn't love salt, and I don't really love a whole lot of pepper. So I usually leave those ingredients out until the end of most of my recipes. So I'm adding in the rest of the seasonings here and some little pepperoni pieces. So I diced up these pepperoni pieces to make them a little bit smaller, a little bit more bite size, so that when we're eating this, it scoops up a lot better onto the chips. So I'm going to cook this. You can do on high for 1 to 2 hours or low for 2 to 3 hours. And I am going to give this a stir, and everything is nice and melted. But I'm going to give it a good stir and then mix all these ingredients together, and I'm going to kind of flatten it out on the bottom because I'm going to put the lid back on this as well for another little round. I'm going to add on some more cheese, and I'm going to add on some more pepperoni as well. You can add other ingredients too. You can do olives, you can do diced bell peppers, mushrooms, whatever really your favorite pizza toppings are, you can definitely add to this. So I'm adding on the more cheese and more pepperoni. I'm going to put the lid back on for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then this is ready to go. So it is just so good. I like to serve it with Ritz crackers. And it's just a huge hit. Anything pizza related. So super good. This is one of my favorite crockpot dips that I have been making this for years. So I'm doubling it up this time. I have chili with no beans and cream cheese. So you can definitely do 1 can of chili and 1 brick of cream cheese. or you can do 2 because this is honestly one of the best dips ever. I love taking it because it is such a huge hit and it cannot be any easier, honestly. So easy. Just 2 ingredients. You just dump it in and you let it heat up. Let that cream cheese melt and into that chili and give it a stir. And it's amazing. It's honestly so good. And I just love anything that's easy. So super easy and super yummy. So I'm just gonna let this cook. You can do on low or on high, depending on how much time you have. But I'm just gonna give this a stir probably every 30 minutes or so when I have a chance. And then I serve this with tortilla chips. And it is just the combination of the cream cheese and the chili is just so good. You will love this one. Your crowd will love this. And it goes so fast. That's why I doubled this recipe because everybody just really loves it. It is so addicting. Once you start, it is so hard to stop with this one. It's just that good. So just stirring it up, breaking out that cream cheese and making this nice and creamy and so good. So I'm going to be doing some meatballs, and we love meatballs, love appetizer meatballs. I've done them quite a few different ways. This is just really super simple. 2 ingredients again, just meatballs and barbecue sauce. I definitely do some other recipes, but this one is just kind of one of our go-tos that we just really love because it is just so easy, and the whole family loves these. My kids love these, and they're a little bit picky, so definitely anything that they like is a huge hit. So these are very good and very easy as well. So I'm going to give them a little stir, and all you got to do is put a little bowl of toothpicks next to these and keep them on the warm setting, and they will just fly out of this crock pot. They are just addicting and just so simple and easy. You can use whatever your favorite kind of meatball is as well. So I'm going to be doing sausage rotel cream cheese dip. This one's really good. I have my sausage, I have my rotel, my diced tomatoes with green chilies. So I am going to cook up this sausage. I'm going to brown it. I'm going to break it into just little small pieces, cook it all the way through. I'm going to drain all of the grease as well. And then this will be ready to go into the crock pot. I like to break it into really small pieces. And this is it's great and easy and a really good crowd pleaser for sure. My cream cheese and the rotel, 3 simple ingredients, definitely not complicated. You know, if you've been around my channel, I just love easy things. So easy things that people like. I like things that my kids like as well. So this one is it's great. Dips are so fun to bring to functions or to have when you're entertaining a crowd. So just absolutely love all kinds of different dips. And this one is definitely really good. I mean, anything with cream cheese is definitely a hit. You really can't go wrong. But the sausage in this one, and you can use mild or you can do like a spicy sausage if you would like as well. Definitely delicious. Serve with some tortilla chips, and it is so good. Definitely super yummy. Once you start, it is really just so hard to stop. So be careful with this one. I'm going to do a smaller version. This is my little smaller crock pot. I have just some green salsa and some cream cheese. So this is just a version of queso, another super easy 2 ingredient appetizer. And I love this little dip crock pot that I have. It is just really fun. It's nice, smaller size. And it works really well. So it just has an on and off setting for this one. It's nothing fancy. And I'm going to heat this up, stir it, break up that cream cheese. This one's great with tortilla chips. And you can use your favorite salsa for this. So this one that I have is my favorite, but you can use whatever your favorite salsa is. So I'm going to do another version of meatballs, and this one's going to have some grape jelly. This was recommended to me by one of my subscribers. They said I just had to make these, and they are really so good with this grape jelly. And I am adding in a different barbecue sauce that I really like, and this one is the J. Hughes brand. All of the sauces by this brand are so good. So I'm adding in about a cup of the barbecue sauce and a cup of the grape jelly. And then I am also going to add in some beef broth. And then this is going to really make these meatballs so tender, and they are just going to be amazing. And just like my other meatball recipe, all you have to do is put a little thing of toothpicks next to the crock pot, and these are just so good. You can just use your toothpick to grab it out of here. You can use any kind of meatball that you like, but these are so good and so easy. I hope that you loved these crock pot appetizers and snacks. Perfect for your holiday get-togethers. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe, and I'll see you next time.